Salve!
Salve, Megistem.
Here we are today with Keziah. Keziah, welcome. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I live in the United States and I have been a Latin teacher for 22 years. I just finished, as of today, my 22nd year of teaching Latin. And I teach in a huge suburban school. The graduating class is about 860. So we have 4 Latin teachers at our school, of which I am the head Latin teacher. And what else? So I'm also on the steering committee in New York State. We are trying to align Latin with the ACTFL standards. So I'm on that steering committee, and I was instrumental in getting the seal of biliteracy in our school for all 4 languages that we teach, but I head up the Latin part of it.
Brilliant. And you've been taking a lot of classes with SeumasU. Your first class, if I recall correctly, you came and did a conversational Latin class.
Yes, I was highly, it was a dubious thing for me to do because I had been scoffing at some kinds of spoken Latin. And I was like, what's the use of it if you're using words that don't matter and that you're never going to see in text? And I really didn't understand like why people were using it. So, but then
what pushed you over the edge to come and do a class?
Well, I had been doing classes. So I did an Italian class online, and I did another class online. And really, it was the pandemic that really, I just was desperate to just connect and to try something new. And so I did. I was super nervous my first time, because being somebody who has so much experience with teaching, it's not an easy position to be in, to be a student.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden I felt very stupid. Sometimes I still feel that way, but it's good. And it really helped me in so many ways to improve my teaching and to improve my skills. And so it was a great decision to make.
Right. And so then after that, I convinced you to come and do a role-playing class.
That was awesome. Yeah, I really do like that, because you have to be imaginative, and you could actually learn more because you're not so worried about being yourself, right? I can be a vampire. I can be, I forget what I was in. I've been some interesting characters, but you can forget about yourself and really just react in the moment, and it gives you a lot more confidence to do things like that. So I've really enjoyed those as well.
Okay. So you've done a whole bunch of other classes now, and now you're doing Greek. What keeps you coming back?
The literature, for sure. You are very interested in a lot of the same things that I am interested in. I absolutely love doing Boethius. I think that's my favorite so far, except for maybe Erasmus, who is my second favorite. I see the value so much in reading the text in Latin, discussing it in Latin, and I get so much more out of it. And even though you don't assign any homework, I always do a ton of homework. So I've got all these notes on Erasmus and tons of notes on Boethius, and it inspires me to learn more about these really important writers who, still resonate with me today.
Great. Yeah, probably if I assigned homework, people wouldn't do it. If I don't assign homework, people are like, yeah, I should definitely do something. What has been for you the biggest advantage or benefit?
Joy and having fun in my own classes that I teach. Facility competence comes from, having competence in a language really brings joy and confidence to my teaching that wasn't there before. And so now I'm able to have, when I lead students through the seal of biliteracy, we have a 10-minute conversation in Latin after 5 years of them studying Latin. And it's easy for me. It's second nature now. So I really feel like that's the biggest benefit. is the confidence that comes from the competence in language.
Brilliant. Last question. If someone was on the fence about coming to SeumasU, they weren't sure what to expect, what's your word of advice for new students?
The nicest people, honestly. The atmosphere that you're able to create is very welcoming. And part of that, obviously, because you're an excellent leader, but also the people that are attracted to classes like this are really a unique group of people that I have enjoyed hanging out with, and I would love to meet them in person, because I would love to meet some of the other students who are just really interesting and very supportive is what I love about them. Yeah. Even though we don't all know each other.
Yes. So it's really fun from my perspective when people who are in different kind of classes or streams and then suddenly they end up in the same class. I'm like, finally, you two can meet. Yes.
Yeah. And what an array of students that you put together. It's really a tribute to you as an instructor. Good job.
Thanks. All right. Well, thanks very much for joining us.